So you know how everybody gives you the same few pieces of marketing advice? And you know how you've tried them all, but haven't moved the needle? Yeah, we know the feeling. You already get what to do, but you can't seem to execute your marketing the way that others do. Well, those days are over. This podcast is for those who are ready to rework age-old marketing wisdom into a repeatable system that actually works every time, even if you've already tried it all before. I'm Steve Schramm, and this is Marketing for the Rest of Us. This is the unfair advantage for online entrepreneurs. Well, hello there, friends. Welcome into another episode of Marketing for the Rest of Us. We're going through a series on CREST. Now, if you remember, CREST is the framework that I use in my agency to actually get people started and into a process for marketing their business. Now, the C of CREST, again, it's an acronym. The C is your home base and your embassies. It's a conversion-based web presence where we actually start with your website and your social media properties and get those things squared away. Then we go to the R, which is review and reputation management. And this is how you build trust with the internet. This is how you get people to start trusting you, because we learned in the previous episode to this one that people do business with those who they feel are the least risky option. So this is where the concept of trust comes in. So we have to have that conversion-based web presence and then those reviews and that reputation management piece in place. Now, the E of CREST is what we want to talk about today, and this is email, okay? Email marketing. This is, believe it or not, your number one sales channel, even though most people don't seem to realize it. They don't seem to grasp the value of email. And so that's what I feel is very important and something that I would like to take a few minutes to explain to you in this week's episode. This is why we go in this order. We do things very structured. We do things in a particular way so that we can get the result for the client that we need to be able to get. Thank you again for taking the time out of your day to listen to Marketing for the Rest of Us. Again, this is just some things that we're working with our clients in our agency, and thought it would be prudent and helpful to share with the rest of the world. So that's what this podcast is all about. I would encourage you to give a subscribe to it if you are interested in the work we are doing here. All right. So email is your number one sales channel. Okay. There's a tremendous opportunity with email that so many businesses seem to be missing out on. We seem to want to gravitate as humans towards the next shiny thing, right? Have you ever heard of shiny object syndrome? And so we talk about, podcasts, and we talk about social media, and we talk about Clubhouse or another platform. And these are all good things, but they need to be done within a context. Okay. They need to be done within a strategy. And that is, again, what CREST is really all about anyway. So when it comes to email, there's a tremendous opportunity here because, and I've mentioned this before, but CREST is really only right for established businesses, right? You're trying to go to the next level. I would say if you're making, $50K a year or something like that, you're ready to dive into a process like this, and you can move forward with it. And if you have past clients and customers, which many obviously established businesses already do, then you're probably missing out on the opportunity of email if you're looking to scale next. So this is where we go to really take things to the next level. We start with email because we have a database of people. And remember something very important. Everybody is so obsessed with getting new clients, getting more customers, getting more eyeballs. And there are some businesses that really do need to think and operate that way. But so many of our businesses would benefit from just remembering this one tried, true, and tested fact. And that is that it is cheaper and easier to get a customer to buy from you a second time, to get a current customer to buy from you twice or more than that, than to acquire a new customer and have them to buy from you even the first time. So why wouldn't you take this opportunity to work with the people that are already in your world on your email list and just offer them new products, new services, and make them new offers? You should be doing this regularly. And that's why it's so important. It's an opportunity that you don't want to miss out on. But now I hear people say, again, well, Steve, shouldn't we be focused on social media? Okay. And this, I don't mean for this podcast episode to be like email versus social media. Social media has its place, but you'd be surprised to know that email conversions better social media conversions by 40%. In other words, you're 40% more likely to get a conversion of a purchase of your product or your service if they come from your email list than if they come from just seeing you on social media. So that's a huge advantage. That tells me that you should really be in front of people, in front of current and past clients and customers and new ones who you get on to your list via lead magnets or webinars or whatever. You should be in front of them with email to be top of mind. And that brings me really to the last point that I want to make here. And that is that email is the right way to get quick wins. Again, it's not social media. People think, oh, well, all the people are already looking at social media, so I can go to social to get my quick wins and start doing advertising, and that'll really prime the pump. But again, it won't, because it's more expensive and it doesn't work as well. So why not start with something that is working well, or that we know will work well if you have a current database of clients and customers, and that is email. Now, again, maybe there's work to be done in your business in terms of putting that together. Like maybe you have a client roster, but you've never done the work to actually put that in an email software program and start communicating with them. Well, okay, fine. That means there's work to do, and that's part of what we help you do. But we still need to do that anyway. That's going to need to be done. It might as well be done in place, because if we start our content marketing and our podcasting and all of that without an email strategy, then even if they come into our world and sign up for our email list, we're not doing anything with them. We're not offering them products and services. We're not moving them up our value ladder. We're not bringing them further into our world. And that's a huge, huge, huge mistake. So that's what we want to do. We want to make it so that email is the number one thing you're focusing on in your business. It's the one metric that matters, because when you're top of mind, again, other companies do this to you. You need to be doing this to your clients and customers, right? Even if you don't read the email, like JC Penney's, right? They made you sign up for that thing one time. And even if you don't read the JC Penney's emails, you know what? You probably haven't unsubscribed to a list, and you probably just mark it as read or put it in the trash every time. Or as you're scrolling your emails, even if you don't do those things, you saw it. Guess what? They're top of mind. And when you think, oh, I really need to go get some new belts, what are you going to do? You're going to, oh, JCPenney's, they're probably running a sale right now. Boom. That's all that matters. Okay. Don't get obsessed with open rates. Don't get obsessed with click-through rates. Those things matter, and they matter more specifically for some campaigns than others. But nothing matters as much as that visibility and just being top of mind with those who you are serving. Okay. So that is the thing to remember. Again, CREST, conversion-based web presence, reviews and reputation management. And then we move to email marketing to get our quick wins and our conversions. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Marketing for the Rest of Us. A little bit of a quick one again, but I don't really see a point in dragging these things out. We cover a topic in the amount of time that it takes to cover a topic, and that's it, right? So that's the goal. Next week, we're going to be diving into the currency of the internet. So after we get your email marketing established, it's time finally to get to content marketing. And this is the thing that so many people start with. And here I have placed it fourth on the list. Okay. So we start with our smart content next week. We're going to talk about that and what that is like. And I guess I'll just serve one more reminder as we're closing out here, that this initial, really series has just been to give you the overview, the overall strategy. My plan is that as people find this podcast, they go back to these first few episodes and listen through. It's because these are important. These are the episodes that set the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. And we'll dive deeper into strategy and tactics as this podcast grows and matures. But we want to make sure that we do so in the context of CREST, in the context of this helpful framework. All right, you guys take care. We'll see you in the next episode.